Hey everyone, Thordan Smash here, and today we are out exploring Colorado, but we're also going to talk about Respawn's new Star Wars game and what it means for potential collaboration with Apex Legends. We're going to go over all of that. We're also going to go ahead and give out a prestige skin. All you got to do is like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic.
Once upon a time, in a live service far, far away, there was actually hope. A new legend named Sparrow rose. Wall-running dreams were crushed for the skirmisher class, and players everywhere agreed that Revenant's laugh was the most terrifying sound since Jar Jar Binks. And this is the tale of Apex Legends, Star Wars, and a perfect crossover that, to my annoyance, still doesn't exist but really should. So let's start with the obvious. Apex Legends was once the poster child of Battle Royale brilliance. I will fight any Fortnite fan to the death on that. There was fast-paced movement, smart gunplay, Legends with personality, too much personality in Mirage's case, and the Titanfall DNA that made everyone ask, wait, why don't we have wall running again? When we fast forward to 2025, Apex Legends is in a rough spot. Not game is dead rough, but definitely EA saying we just lost 40% of our future revenue and we're pretending it's fine rough. Electronic Arts, if you didn't know, recently dropped a financial bombshell. Apex net bookings are expected to decline 40% in the fiscal year 2026. And that's not just, normal bad, that's cancel your Titanfall spinoff bad. And it makes me worried because most other publishers might actually be able to weather the storm. But with EA, I don't know if they're going to continue to hold out hope for Apex Legends and the Respawn studio with this game anymore. But there's actually a really easy fix. It's crossover events. It's actually mind-numbing that EA hasn't figured this out. Because the case in point is the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth crossover. Because Respawn dropped Buster Swords in the game, sold some sleek Final Fantasy VII themed skins, and monetized the event like it was being run by, the corporation that it is. And guess what? It worked. They had reported that it was the highest net bookings that they had received the entire year. And then it's been a slow decline ever since. And I don't know if it's the idiots at EA. They're like, oh, well, they like the Buster Swords, so we'll just make a bunch of Universal Heirlooms, which seems to be what they went ahead and did because we've been getting Universal Heirlooms since then without any return of any collabs or crossovers. So once again, I think EA just completely misunderstood what made the event special. Along with that, of course, revenue surge, social media buzz, and players who hadn't touched Apex in months came back just to cosplay as Cloud with an R301. So crossovers easily here equals money. Duh, but here's the thing. There's one galactic scale crossover that Respawn still hasn't done, which is insane to me, and it's Star Wars. This isn't some pipe dream. Respawn literally makes Star Wars games. Like, is it any more obvious to EA? They gave us Jedi Fallen Order, then Jedi Survivor, and coming soon is a new Star Wars property, Star Wars Zero Company, a turn-based tactical RPG set in the Clone Wars. Imagine basically XCOM meets Order 66. Now, picture this, you're Respawn, you've got Apex Legends bleeding momentum in terms of revenue, and EA even saying, we're gonna lose a ton of money. Then you've got a Star Wars game coming out in 2026, and you've already collaborated with Post Malone, Market Studios, and Final Fantasy, and yet no Star Wars event. Did they forget that in the last 4 years they owned the right? Is someone at EA allergic to lightsabers? They don't have the rights anymore, but they're still making Star Wars games, so a deal is still very much easily done. And let's just talk about mechanics. Star Wars Zero Company isn't about force powers or lightsabers. It's about tactical clone warfare set in the thick of the Clone Wars, featuring gritty, blaster-wielding soldiers like the disgraced Officer Hawks. And they aren't Jedi, they're not swinging sabers, they're tacticians, gunfighters. In short, they fit perfectly into Apex Legends. You can practically hear this energy humming like a DC-15 blaster. Yes, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. I have Yoda tattooed on my arm. You can do Bangalore with a clone trooper skin as she is a soldier, Wraith with a stealthy separatist look, or maybe even, Revenant. But actually, there's something better for Revenant. Octane with a Comedian stim pack. Revenant as General Grievous. It basically writes itself, and this isn't a stretch. It's not like asking EA to put Cal Kestis into Apex and explain why he has a Kraber instead of a lightsaber. This is in-universe compatible, aesthetically aligned, and logistically feasible. And you know what else? It's brand synergy. You're promoting your own game by cross-marketing it in your other game. Its marketing efficiency so good even the Emperor would approve. Apex Legends is now facing what all long-running live service games eventually confront: player fatigue. New characters are cool, but power creep, stale meta, overpriced cosmetic, and constant technical issues are grinding players down. And while Fortnite is out here doing lightsaber battles with Anakin Skywalker and Goku at the same time, which, I'm not a Fortnite fan, but come on, that is pretty cool. Apex is still giving us recolors and recycled heirlooms. The game's cultural cache is slipping despite what you may say. This is where high profile crossover isn't just nice, it's actually necessary. something unexpected, something fresh, something with laser swords and clones and space opera tragedy. You don't need to reinvent Apex, you just need to give it a shot of adrenaline and Star Wars with the fan base. I mean, we saw Battlefront 2 reach over 200,000 players in May after Andor Season 2 launch. Obviously has the juice to do that. In fact, Fortnite is a good example. If Fortnite recognizes the potential there in the player base it brings in, why is everyone at EA so freaking brain dead? And why hasn't it happened? Is it licensing? Doubtful. EA's been in bed with Star Wars before Palpatine's first chin wrinkle. Is it fear of brand confusion? Please, come on. We got Post Malone in the game, which is fantastic. I love that crossover event. But if you're gonna talk about, two different properties, that is literally about as far away as you can get. Is it just oversight at that point? Maybe, but with Apex faltering, Titanfall canceled again, and Star Wars Zero Company desperately needing pre-launch hype, the timing couldn't literally be better. And honestly, if Respawn is worried about how to execute it, here's a free strategy. Launch a limited time event, add a narrative tie-in from Zero Company, release Clone War themed skins, drop a few lore nuggets about why Bangalore is now a Republic commando, and this is key, don't make the collection event cost $280. That last part though, knowing EA, might be the hardest. Respawn has the tools, the IP, the timing, and the desperate need for player attention. All that's missing is the will. But that's all just my opinion. There has been talk about a Star Wars collab being possibly leaked, so we'll see if this actually ends up happening. All that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into community clips now. Don't forget to submit your own to me at Thordan Smash on Twitter, but without further ado, let's roll it.
I'm stuck. Oh my god. Fuck myself up. I'm trying to climb on the roof.
I am at max. Reloading. Shields are depleted. This puts you in a bind. Pitiful, allowing themselves to be caught.
Oh, he's in. He's in.
Yo, that shit on.
Killing them.
Swing, better, swing! Whoa! No way! That's crazy.
I'm not in a good.
Right here.
Knocked one. Hey guys, duo on me. I knocked one. Duo on me. I knocked one.
Finish that one.
Good shit. On me. It's just a solo. Just a solo on me. Cracked him. 126.
I can't make it to you.
Dead the zone.
I'm dead if I can you.
I'm good. Dead the zone.
Down below, what are your guys' thoughts on a Star Wars crossover, and do you think it would be a good addition? Also, don't forget to check out this video right here where I cover more news on Apex Legends on the daily, and until next time everyone, keep slaying the aliens. I'll see you out there.